G'day, today in episode 433 of Trent365, the death of Google Plus and what we can learn from it. G'day. Google Plus was the search giant's attempt at a social network. And I think we would probably all agree that it's been dead man walking for a number of years, but they've recently announced that they're going to shutter the service on April the 2nd this year. Wonder why they didn't do April the 1st. And I think the interesting thing in that for us that we can learn from in terms of our business is the dangers or the risks of going it alone versus maybe a collaboration, or in Google's case, obviously an acquisition because they've got the cash. Alphabet recently reported, I think they've got $109 billion cash in hand. So remember the acquisition of Instagram by Facebook for $1 billion a few years back? Everyone said they were crazy. $100 billion is what Alphabet's got today. So less than 1% of that. $16 billion, I think Facebook paid for WhatsApp a few years earlier. Again, Google, if they really wanted to get serious about social networks, they could have aggressively gone out and hunted one of those social networks that were really ready-made social networks already. Instead, they chose to go it alone. And whilst obviously most of us don't really have $100 billion in our banks, we can certainly look at strategic partnerships, collaborations where we can work with someone who has already got a foothold in the space. Because whilst you might be able to do it yourself and maybe long-term have more control and more ownership of it, in the short term, it'll take you a hell of a lot longer to get there. And maybe while you're trying to get there, it'll be too late. You might not make it to the end. So certainly you'll get there quicker with the right strategic partnership or collaboration, or if you've got the cash, then why not look at an acquisition? Alrighty, that's it for today. Thanks for tuning in. I will be back again tomorrow. See ya.
This is the end. Beautiful.